Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So with this structure here, I already highlighted earlier in the video today that we might have bottomed. We had at least an ABC correction complete. So I think that's where we left it in the last video. We then started a journey here to the upside. It's not very impulsive yet, but I want to share some ideas that I have here. At the moment, either way, the idea is that as long as we're holding 1750 here, this 1-2 setup that I talked about today, here this smaller 1-2 setup is basically valid. Yeah, so we only really touched the 50% FIB level. Wouldn't necessarily be surprised if it comes down a little lower, but for now, the short-term trend is up here. We've been making higher highs, higher lows, and it's now another high. So if we make now another higher low, then it's starting to go in the right direction. Now, in terms of labeling the micro count here, this could have been a wave 1 again. This here a wave 2 with an ABC structure. And now we could be rallying in a third wave. There would be a fourth and a fifth. That's sort of how it could play out. This is not strong enough yet, really, not really supported by volume too much to be really a third wave, but I'm observing it. The key is a lot of people watch for volume. The thing is, if you wait for the volume, the crowd is already there. It's often too late. There are people who trade with volume. That's fine. It doesn't work so well for me. It basically is like waiting for confirmation, but then you turn up when the crowd is already there. That's the downside. But yeah, if we talk about target for this third wave, it would now need to go to 1822. That would be the target for this third. Possibly, yeah, okay, now that should be okay. Then a fourth and a fifth. That's what we want to see now to get even more confidence that we have bottomed here locally. That is very early, but we can be watching if we bottomed. There is a case to make that we bottomed because we came down in 3 waves. We hit the 50% FIB level, which is sort of the minimum I want to see. We hit the lower channels boundary, which is also what we want to see. And it rallied impulsively afterwards, or potentially in an impulse. It's not on this time scale here, on this time frame, it's not impulsive yet because we have, yeah, possible 1-2 setup, but now we need to deliver in the third wave. But yeah, it's so far, I think, on track. I would be tracking this, and the next target for the bulls will be to break first of all above the B wave high here, which is at basically 1830, and then above the wave 1 high, which is at 1844. And against the 1750 level, the trend is certainly up. And that's really everything I can share here at the moment. If I zoom out a little bit, I mean, this was the 5-minute chart, but if we zoom out, then you will see this larger setup as well. But we broke out of this descending wedge. Yeah. Here, I think this was actually earlier today where we talked about this wedge breakout. It was a great signal, moved up, came down, further breakout of this sort of channel. So yeah, you could say in the very short term, it's the 1750 level that's relevant. We haven't really broken above this range here at around, yeah, 1847. So this wave 1 high that I just mentioned. As long as we don't do that, there's still a potential to come down in this larger orange box. And overall, let's call it medium term, against 1660, the trend is up. 1750 is the short term micro support, and 1660 the more relevant. And other than that, there is not much more to mention. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.